Welcome back, true believers and spectacular Spidey fans all around, to another release date related video for Spider-Man PS4. That's right, we actually have more news regarding to the release date of Spider-Man PS4, and more specifically, a possible release date that could line up with the Spring Street speculation. Now, if you don't know what the Spring Street speculation is, that is where in the PS4 Pro clip that we saw of Spider-Man PS4 being shown during the Sony PS4 Pro unveiling event, Sony and Insomniac showed a clip of Spider-Man basically just sitting on a flagpole in New York City. But when they were panning up towards him on the flagpole, they showed a street sign called Spring Street that is the most easy to be seen throughout that entire trailer. Like, the thing that grabs your eye the very first second of that trailer is Spring Street. And of course, spring is a season during the year. And the months during that season is March, April, and May. And the reason why that's important is because we are speculating when the release date of Spider-Man PS4 could be, because of course the release date is unknown for the game. None of us know when the heck it's going to drop, but we have confirmed a couple of things that are officially true. One, it will not be coming out in 2018, for sure. Triple confirmed by Insomniac Games. They are not going to release this game in 2018. Number two is that the December release dates, those placeholder dates, are just that. Those are placeholder dates. The ones that say, oh, the game's going to come out on December 26th of 2016, those are placeholder dates. So that means those are untrue, which is now signaling to the third fact that it seems like this game is going to come out in 2017 for sure. As of what season during 2017, that is still up for debate. We have had release dates regarding to one in January 24th of 2017, and now we have a specific release date for the spring speculation. And I think it actually could be true. Now, there is a problem with it, and I will get to you eventually with that, because of how we first need to shout out Ofer Samu 2010 for having him send me this image of this possible date for Spider-Man PS4 to be released. So thank you so much, Ofer Samu 2010. Give him a round of applause, everybody. You totally deserve it, man. Thank you so much for sending me this. It means the world to me. So, as you may know, all we have had so far in terms of release dates that are official is the January 24th, 2017 release date, which could be true. We do not know if that is true so far. And now, we have this brand spanking new release date that could possibly happen in regards to Spider-Man PS4 and what it means for the game's release. And right there, it is on a website called Game and Mobile. Again, this is a foreign website. As you can see, it is a language which I am unfamiliar with. Tell me what language it is in the comment section down below if you know anybody. But, of course, you see there, Spider-Man PS4, all these other types of symbols in a different language, and this number, 298, which I'm assuming how much it would cost, 298 something. And then right there, we have the brand spanking new release date for the game, March 31st of 2017. Now, this does totally line up with the Spring Street release date. However, there is a problem with this. As we all know, games usually almost always come out on Tuesdays. This date is on a Friday. Now, since this is in another country, that would make more sense, because usually games in other countries do come out on Fridays sometimes, and even on Wednesdays. So it would make sense that this country's release date would have a Friday release date. So if we put it a week from that and a week after that, we could get the Tuesday release dates officially from this release date that is seen right here. So this is the foreign release date from another country with Spider-Man PS4, but I took the opportunity upon me to put the date a week before this date and then a week after this date. So the week date before this date on a Tuesday would be March 28th of 2017, which is a Tuesday. And the second one that we have, which is the week after this date, is April 4th of 2017, which is also a Tuesday. Now, if you have not seen the release dates for Ratchet & Clank PS4 or Sunset Overdrive, the release date for Ratchet & Clank was in spring of this year, which was April 12th of 2016. And that was this year on 2016 because of how Insomniac Games was used to the equipment and the hardware that the PS4 offers, and they had no problem making that game on a PS4, which is why they decided to release it in spring and have it co alongside with the movie of Ratchet and Clank PS4 on this like a day before it came out, which is why they released it on Tuesday during spring of April. Now with Sunset Overdrive, it's a bit different because that game was their very first ever A, Xbox One exclusive, and B, free roaming game. And C, since that game came out in 2014, it was originally supposed to be launched alongside of the Xbox One. Like, it was supposed to be one of the launching titles of the Xbox One. But then, of course, Insomniac Games had to fix some things because they were still getting used to the new next-generation hardware that the Xbox One does, and they were modifying some things and making sure the game was actually playable for the Xbox One, and they were still even kind of having trouble with the development of the game as well for a free roaming game, but then they totally figured it out, and then they decided to release it in October of 2014 instead of sometime in 2013, because originally they were planning on releasing the game, I think, in sometime in 2013 when the consoles were released, so that way they could get the exact game when the console was released for the Xbox One, but then they had some problems, and that is why we have an October 28th release date, 2014, for Sunset Overdrive. Now, with Spider-Man, again, this isn't a movie tie-in game whatsoever, and the fact that they showed Spring Street in that PS4 Pro clip signifies that they are trying to tell us that the game could possibly come out in spring of 2017, not 18, because that is confirmed that the game will not come out in 2018, and also it will not come out in 2016. So the dates that we have so far that could happen is January 24th of 2017, or the spring editions of those dates, which is March 28th of 2017 or April 4th of 2017. Now, I think it will be April 4th of 2017. Why? Because we've never had a Spider-Man game be released in April before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the fact that they decide to actually choose April as all dates for Spider-Man is very interesting because, again, this is in spring, and Ratchet & Clank was also released in spring too. And I actually just remember now that The Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out on April 29th of 2014, but again, that was to release alongside of the movie. I'm talking about 100% original Spider-Man games. The reason why that game came out a week before the movie came out is exactly that, because it was a movie tie-in game with a restriction for the movie. Like, they had to release the game before the movie came out for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. This is an original Spider-Man game. I am talking about 100% original Spider-Man game titles like Shattered Dimensions, Edge of Time, Web of Shadows, Ultimate Spider-Man. None of those games were released in April. They were either released in September, October, or I think March. But April is a date or a month that we've never had for a Spider-Man game before, and this would allow them to finish the polishing stage in adequate time because of how far along they look like in the game, how far the game looks to be in the polishing stage, and again, they're not going to say, oh, we're releasing the movie, or we're releasing the game before the movie comes out, so that way if you play the game, you'll get excited to see the movie, and then after you see the movie, you can play the game. It's not going to be like that at all. They're going to release this game when they feel 110% finished with the game, and that they feel like they've put everything they need to put in this game in the game, and that it runs operationally and fully functionally in that sense. So, the April 4th date instead of the March 31st date, because this is a foreign country date, the one for the U.S. is what I'm saying, because I live in California, so I'm putting it in terms of the U.S. date. The U.S. date for Spider-Man PS4, I believe, will be April 4th. So thank you so much, Ofersamu2010, for sending me the link to this website. Again, this is Game and Mobile. This is unconfirmed. This is just rumors, so don't get everyone's hopes up, but this is as close as a spring release date as we can get, and I think it is actually pretty dang credible. So thank you so much, everyone. Stay spectacular, everybody. Peace out.